Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans, degenerates, welcome back. Professor Violence and the MMA Sleepless Sharp. We're going to break down UFC 287. And we're going to give you all the hot takes, hot picks, inside info, betting line and strategies. Um, this time and every time, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Email us, chat us, tell us your thoughts, and your picks, thoughts on the show, and all your picks. Happy to hear from you. Professor, you got a new hat.
If
Looks
you hate
good.
us, leave a comment too.
Looks good.
I'll take it. This hat is hideous.
Wow.
The hat is absolutely hideous. I told John if he got me a real gambling hat, I would wear it. And as you can see, guys, I have terrible hair because I never remember to do it. And it was last minute that I put. That's why I'm always wearing a hat because I just never remember to do my hair. Now I got this weird thing happening up here, but it says Professor Violence, and I'm a fan. I told John I would wear it, so I'm wearing a silly gambling hat. Where's your silly gambling hat, Jonathan?
I love it. Looks fucking
You
awesome.
a John or a Jonathan?
I'm just a John.
You're just a John. All right,
Just a John.
Just John. Let's go, Just John.
Just a John. We got UFC pay-per-view live. It's coming to you from Miami.
This is the first time I've been to Miami in like 11 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a really long-ass time. It's been a long time, which is kind of shocking. They've been to Florida, but yeah, not Miami for some reason. I was combing through this card about, when this cards start coming together about a few months ago. I start looking at matchups, and then looking at who sticks out, and then betting lines. An interesting one to me. Actually, well, I think there's about three of them that stick out. Two matchups that were made previously, and one was, I think, is a replacement. So Joe Pyfer's fighting Gerald Mearschart, and Joe Pyfer opened up about a -225 favorite over GM3. He's sitting out about -200, so not much line movement, but I was a little shocked that Joe Pyfer opened up such a big favorite over a veteran with probably like 5 times the fights he has and experience. Joe Pyfer's literally fought no one yet. Knocking out Alan Amadovsky is
experience, yeah.
Knocking out Alan Amadovsky is not. Yeah, he's looked good. He's knocked out guys, but I mean, this is a really big step up in competition, is it not? Do you have any thoughts on this fight?
I have trained with both of these men, not extensively. Gerald Mearschart is worlds ahead of Joe Pyfer on the ground. I cannot directly speak to Mearschart's striking experience or grappling or wrestling experience, but Body Bags is pretty good on the feet, and he has good takedowns. On the ground, Gerald Mearschart will mangle him. Mangle him on the ground. I don't know if they'll go to the ground. Pyfer's at a better team now, like a more, not even necessarily a better team, because I don't know much about his old team, but he's at a more noteworthy team now than he was when I first worked with him. And that team does a lot of good ground stuff. So, like, maybe he's improved, but I'd be surprised if in the year and a half that he's been at that gym, if he's made the kind of leaps he needs to keep up with Gerald Mearschart on the ground. If he's able to keep it standing, he has opportunities for victory, but he shouldn't be the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, geez, yeah, I mean, knocking out certain guys is a lot different than knocking out Gerald Mearschart.
This loss to Dustin Stoltzfus, he was winning the first few minutes, and then he tried to post wrong on a takedown and broke his own arm. He got taken down and broke his own arm. So like, okay, not really a loss. I don't know anything about this one. Ooh, lost to guillotine here. That's a problem. Um, and then, man, like, who would he be? Winning a decision against Eric Anders is a good sign. But then let's look at Gerald Mearshart.
The only terrible Mearshart performance like that comes offhand was I think Hamzat knocked him out.
Yeah, and that's the way that Piper has to win.
That's the only poor performance. Other than that, Mearshart, and he's been an underdog in fights, but Mearshart's won. He's found a way to win fights. He's on a decent streak.
Ian Heinisch knocked him out right before Kamzat. So like maybe I guess Thiago Santos ground and pound finished him.
Yeah, but that's again that was when Thiago Santos was Thiago Santos. It's not.
Yeah. So like I don't know. There's not really a lot of evidence. Most of the time that Gerald Mearshart loses, he actually loses on the ground. He usually gets submitted. He doesn't usually get knocked out. But that's pretty consistent. Not a lot of knockouts happen on the ground, and most of Gerald Mearshart fights happen on the ground. So like if you look at it, he has 8 losses by submission, 3 losses by knockout, 4 losses by decision. Right. But the more confident you are on the ground, the more likely you're to get submitted. The more confident you are on the feet, the more likely you are to get knocked out. But yeah, I like Gerald Mearshart to win this fight.
I love Gerald Mearshart at the price. I've actually seen. I think I bet Gerald Mearshart at plus 185, and now I've seen him go down to like plus 155. But Piper is still sitting at minus 200, so there's a pretty stupid gap in odds there. And I can't really explain why. But
Piper's fought nobody.
Really. I do think that line will come down. I think Piper will go down to about minus 160, minus 170. I mean, geez, Gerald Mearshart is really getting disrespected here by this line.
Like Piper's shown, and I don't mean to discredit him with any of this, but
no,
like statistically, nothing special with striking. Like 3.5 strikes landed per minute, 2.5 absorbed per minute. Totally normal numbers.
But he's knocked guys out, which so he passes the eye test on TV. You know.
Yeah, absolutely, and he. All right,
he was also supposed to knock those guys out. He was massive favorite to knock those guys out.
Yeah, he does a lot of bodybuilding type stuff, and like he's already had USADA troubles. He had USADA troubles right after the Contender Series when he broke his arm. So like, yeah, he passes the eye test. But like, man, his stats say that he's nothing special. Not that he's not going to be something special.
I don't know how this fight gets extended. I'm wondering how this is going to look against a veteran. So Luana Pinheiro is making. I haven't seen her in a while. She had she was throwing Ronda Marcos around like takedowns, judo takedowns. Ronda Marcos was able to get back to her feet, but Luana Pinheiro was definitely the better fighter. She got the win off an illegal strike by Marcos to a grounded opponent. And I believe it was in the second round, and it was more than halfway through the second round. So it was that rare occurrence where the judge.
It was 4 minutes into the first round.
When was it?
4 minutes into the first round.
No, I don't think it could have. It couldn't have been.
I'm looking at it.
It has to go a round and a half, or else they don't give an actual decision. They gave her the win. She got the win for that fight, right?
It depends. She got disqualified. So what you're thinking about is injuries. If it's like a groin strike that they can't continue, or an eye poke that they can't continue,
right?
That's different than.
Well, this was a knee. This was a grounded opponent, so she kneed her in the face. A grounded opponent.
Yeah, but like You can be straight out just disqualified.
Yeah, you can. Maybe I'm mistaking it, and that's what it was. So they DQ'd Ronda Marcos, and she got the win.
Yeah,
Okay.
It would be different than a no
The other
contest.
fight I'm thinking of is Romanov. Romanov had a fight like that where he couldn't continue after I think he got hit in the nuts, and they went to the scorecards, but he got the win because it was more than a round and a half, and
Yes,
he won the
yes,
first round on all the. Yeah,
exactly.
I
Things like
believe that
that,
was.
and that's different than he like just being immediate because that was like there's this idea that some penalties shouldn't be scored or shouldn't be penalized because some fouls shouldn't be penalized because you weren't intending to,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is kind of weird because a lot of sports don't follow that, and then some do. Um, like in soccer, if one person fouls,
Ah,
if one
we
team
lost him.
fouls,
We had a live viewer, and we lost him. All right.
they'll let the other one foul. That kind of stuff.
Um. Yeah.
Anyway,
Well. Yeah. Anyway, so Michelle. Yeah. I know. I mean, Michelle Waterson's Michelle Waterson at this point. You kind of know what you're getting. She's on a skid. She's lost 4 out of 5, and she's going against a young gunner. But I kind of put this on the Michelle Waterson has a ton of high level experience. And she's very hard to finish. She's always there. So she's going to have to fight 15 minutes. I don't know if I've seen enough out of Luana Pinheiro to be like. So she's a favorite. She's about minus 180 in this fight. I don't know if she should be that a favorite over someone who has fought every style, can fight, match up against every style, and just it's really hard to finish her. She won. She was a massive underdog her last fight against what's her face? The girl who's awesome, straight killer,
Amanda
Brazilian.
Lemos.
Yeah, Amanda Lemos. She won the first round as a huge underdog, and she looked good. She got caught in the second round. Really good guillotine against Waterson, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like Michelle Waterson is going to win a round, and I think that's going to make the fight even. I think she's going to be able to get one of the first 2 rounds. Luana Pinheiro, that style she has, she likes these high output, mega energy judo style takedowns. It can also zap your gas tank a lot, and what happens when she can't do that in the late second round and Michelle Waterson starts getting off? I think Michelle Waterson is the much better striker. Um, I don't know. I kind of think Waterson can win this fight. How about you?
I don't know enough about Pinheiro, but what I see of her, um, being from judo means, like you said, she's going to be explosive, but it also means that Michelle's Waterson's number one takedown is not going to work on her. Um, she hasn't fought anybody.
No.
Ronda Marcos is the better uh, fighter that she's fought in under Zuffa, or the best fighter, like experience wise and whatnot. But Ronda Marcos is literally a 50-50 fighter. Uh, it looks like she beats everybody on the ground, probably pretty dominantly. So is she going to be able to catch up to Karate Hottie? Let's take a look at Karate Hottie's takedown defense. She's got 67%
It's pretty
takedown
good.
defense. Ooh, yeah. Other girls good for almost 5 takedowns. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Right. And whenever we see that, those highly skewed numbers, there's usually there's going to be a couple fights in there where they probably land at a zillion, like a ridiculous amount of takedowns.
She got 5 against Ronda Marcos.
In a round.
Yeah, in like 4 minutes.
But Ronda Marcos kept getting up as well, which says a lot about top control time. Like Luana doesn't have it.
That's true. Judo doesn't really emphasize a lot of top control. That's a folk style thing and a jiu-jitsu thing. She's got 2 minutes of top control against Sam Page, but less than a minute combined against the other
Yeah,
two.
and I think we know, like, yeah, Sam Page is
Okay, so
great
yeah,
nickname,
she's
Sam
not gonna
Page, but her Achilles heel is her wrestling. Her defensive wrestling is not the same as her offensive wrestling.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Waterson could win this by decision.
Yeah,
Ioana has cardio issues.
she does.
Then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think this is another fight. I think it should be more close. The line should be closer than it is. So we got the two underdogs coming at you.
Kelvin Gastelum versus Chris Curtis. How
So
are
this
that?
was a late. Yeah, this is. I think somebody lost an opponent here. But Kevin Gastelum's favored in this fight, and I can't get behind that. I mean, damn. I mean, the Action Man is, I think, fights at a better pace, has the better striking. He's hard to catch up to. I think both of these guys, though, they like to trade, but I think Curtis just outvolumes them. I think he's a slicker striker. Um, we've broken down Chris Curtis a few times, and he has really good takedown defense. So I don't think Gastelum is, if that was an avenue he was trying to play, I don't think that would work out for him very well.
John,
But
guess what Chris Curtis's takedown defense is?
what?
Guess. Come on. You said it's really
Um,
good. Take a guess.
yeah, I mean, I've seen him. He stuffed everything against Rodolfo Vieira. Against really 72%. I don't know
72% is not very good.
what.
Just so you know, that's not very high.
Yes, it is.
I look at these numbers a lot, man. That's pretty normal. It's 100%. His is
100? No, come on, it can't be 100.
I'm looking at it right now.
I see it now. I see it. Sorry.
In 5 UFC fights, his takedown defense.
Yeah, it was good before that. Like, it was good when he was fighting Elephant. Like, he's been around.
Forever.
He's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none in a sense, because he's trained with a lot of camps, a lot of styles, but he's picked up. He's a really good student of the game.
Yeah. He's never tried to take down in the UFC.
Okay.
He got 100% takedown defense.
Yeah, the Action Man. He likes to throw.
Yeah. Almost 6 strikes per minute.
You called it last time. He knocked out Joaquin Buckley. I mean, Kevin Gastelum is a gritty ass veteran as well, but the man's very hittable. So I don't know. I kind of like the Action Man here. Small underdog, but
definitely. Let's see. Has he ever been knocked out? He's been knocked out once. Who knocked him out? Ray Cooper III knocked him out. Okay. That's no big deal.
Ray Cooper's a powerful dude, so that's fine. He's won the PFL twice.
Man, I think Action Man knocks out Kelvin Gastelum.
Damn, that'd be a nice payout because it's favored to go the distance. So
it could go to the distance. It honestly,
but still.
Does he go to decision a lot? He's got 15 knockouts and 12 decisions. In the UFC, knockout, decision, knockout. Yeah, man, I think he knocks out Kelvin Gastelum. I think he's pretty dramatic. I think he's quite a bit better than Kelvin. Now, Kelvin has the high level of experience, but Kelvin just changed camps. I forget where Kelvin's at now. But he did his last fight out of a different camp. Oh, no. That's a while ago. Okay. I'm picking Chris Curtis. I hope we see a different Kelvin Gastelum because he spent too much time in one place, not growing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he had a ton of potential when he got here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely picking Chris Curtis.
All right, let's get to this
All
main
right.
card. What's the first fight on the main card? Is it
First fight of the main card is Raul Rosas Jr.
yes.
versus a Milwaukee native, Christian C.
Yes, so go ahead, because
Rodriguez.
I have no idea where to lean on this fight. I have no idea what to think of Raul Rosas, but I have seen C-Rod 3 times, I believe, and the man is definitely talented. Go ahead.
So tell me what you think about C. Rod first.
I think he's got I think he's his only loss was he stepped up and fought JSP on short notice at a different weight, but he can hang. His ground game is really good. He's really strong. And when he gets if he wants to defend takedown, he can. If he tries to seek and sweep, he can also take you down. When he takes someone down, then he's got a really big advantage. He's really good on top. And I like his striking. I don't know much. I don't know what to make of much about Raul Rosas' first appearance, other than Jay Perrin stunk that day, and I don't know. I'm not on the hype train yet, but
I mean, you shouldn't be. Like, he's really, really good for 18, but
yes,
he's nothing special for the UFC.
no,
And it's not like fighting isn't like other sports. People don't all peak at the same time. Like,
no,
look at what time Glover what time Glover became the
right,
champion. Look at what time John Jones became the champion. And
yeah.
then look at what time John Jones became the champion again. It's it's different.
No, I totally agree. Like we mentioned about
But here's
Chris
the issue.
Curtis,
Uh,
it's like a bottle of wine. Like
Christian
you just
Rodriguez is
keep getting
coming out
better.
of Rufus Sport. Rufus Sport fighters don't move their feet. They stay straight
Mm-hmm.
in front of you and they move forward and backwards. That makes you pretty easy to take down. I'm not telling you that C Rod is inherently easy to take down, but I'm telling you if he doesn't move his feet, a guy like Raul Rosas, who's going to be hyper aggressive, is going to throw everything he has into that takedown. And if you're there to be taken down, you might get taken down. And if
Makes
you're
sense.
not there, you can't be taken down. Rosas doesn't seem overly dangerous. He is hyper aggressive. I haven't seen enough. I just haven't seen enough out of him. And like 19, whatever, 18-year-olds really shouldn't be in the UFC. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
I
That being
have.
said, he went to decision with Gianni Grippo, who's like, top 15 of this generation in his weight class type guy in jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Like Gianni Grippo's very, very good, and he went to decision with him. So, the kid, and he did that at 16. So, like, he's definitely really good on the ground.
Yeah.
But the other thing I saw on him is like 1.3 strikes landed per minute.
Yeah. He's
That's
not.
horribly low.
Yeah. He's not. He's not trying to. He's trying to take you down and submit you. That's his game.
That might be the lowest I've ever seen. Now, that being said, he also gets hit less than 1 time per minute. The only other time I've ever seen that was Islam Makhachev.
Mm,
So that's also pretty. Maybe
right.
Kamzat might have something like that.
Yeah, because he just crushes everyone and things.
Yeah.
Until.
Um,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's
I'm going
definitely good.
to.
I don't know. Should if I told you the line on the fight? So Raul Rosas is minus 250.
Yeah, that's silly.
I mean, yeah, we got like 4 fights now where the line is just kind of silly and it's just screaming like, just take the dog. I mean,
Like,
God, but
Christian Rodriguez. That's a shit fight. That's a real fight. That's a real fight. Real fight. That's whatever fight. Real fight.
he's got a lot of fights.
He had all real fights as an amateur. He's 20. 24 years old, 25 years old. His first amateur fight was in 2016. So what's that? 7 years ago. First amateur fight, he was 18. So he's been fighting for a minute. Jose, oh yeah, he fought on Bellator, LFA. Like he's got. Oh shit! I've seen this kid fight. I fought on this card. Anyways, man, I'm picking Christian Rodriguez.
Oh shit! The hype train is getting derailed, huh? All
I
right.
don't like the line, so yeah, I'm gonna pick.
I don't like it either. I think it's a dog or pass. Like I know Christian Rodriguez is really good on the ground. If Raul Rosas can just take him down and submit him again, then yeah, I mean all the credit. Like yeah, then I'm excited to see what he's going to turn into. Like but yeah, as far as the betting, I think C-Rod. All right, what's the next one we got?
Our next fight is Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio.
The fucking Pons. This is gonna be.
This is the best. This is. Oh, I want to call this the best fight, and then
I don't think anyone is trying a takedown in this fight. I think they're both going to strike.
Yeah, they will. The Pons will take down Kevin Holland. Yeah.
The Pons. I like the Pons. The Pons likes to strike.
He does, but
he can't. I don't think he can win the fight striking against Kevin Holland. He's going to be at a significant reach and speed disadvantage. Kevin Holland did break his hand though against Wonderboy, so I don't know how he's probably okay. Is a broken hand like a bad injury in your opinion that you can never heal from for a fighter? Or
a lot of fighters break their hands pretty often.
Okay.
I broke my hand. See my this hand over here. Lumpy.
Yeah.
So the Pons didn't used to do takedowns much, but I mean he took down Mike Perry 3 times. But as of more recently, starting with Baeza, he tried 2 takedowns against Baeza.
Yeah.
Tried 4 against Jeff Neal.
Yeah, but it didn't work out.
4 against Michelle Pereira. And 1 against Morono. Right? So for a guy who was allergic to takedowns for a long time, now he's starting to mix them in his old age. And that happened after he took that time off. He took that time off. He started working as an analyst. And when he came back, takedowns were part of his game.
Mm.
So seeing how much easier Kevin Holland is to deal with on the ground than he is to deal with on the feet, it would make sense to me for Santiago Ponzinibbio's game plan to include takedowns. I'm not saying that he's better than Kevin Holland on the feet or on the ground, but I think that Kevin Holland is easier to manage on the ground.
I agree. I think most would agree with that. Kevin Holland's a pretty big favorite in this fight. I think he's minus 300.
Yeah, he's almost minus 300. That's
I think Kevin Holland wins the fight. I think he's pretty good at this new weight class. I mean, I think he gets back to his feet. He's really long. He's hard to deal with.
Yeah, that is.
Even if you're a really good grappler and you get him down low, he finds ways to get back to his feet or protect himself and not get finished. And his wrestling's gotten a lot better from what I've seen. And we know he has a really good, like a high level jiu-jitsu black belt, in my opinion. He's very good.
He's on the ground. He's really good on the ground.
Long, yeah, he could submit off the back. I think he gets back to his feet, and I think he does fine. I think he knocks the Pons out at some point, but that's my opinion on it.
I'm definitely picking Kevin Holland. I can see a world where the Pons beats him. but I don't think the Pons is that much better at wrestling than Kevin Holland is for that to
Mm,
be
right.
like a realistic
Game changer, right? In a sense.
long term strategy. Yeah, like I
Right.
think if he has some of that in there, it'll help him. But
Hmm.
I don't think he can just have that as his primary game plan. So yeah, man, I got Kevin Holland. All right, Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez.
Rob Font and Adrian Yanez. All right. Yeah. I mean, this is another fun one. Yeah. I mean, there are good matchups on this card for as pay per view. I don't know. You're gonna have to take the lead on this fight. I really don't know where to go. I know Yanez is favored, um, and he's passed every test so far, and he's looked great. And now he's got a
Check.
oh boy, that sounds
So
terrible.
knockdowns
What
per
was that?
15 minutes. Adrian Yanez is number 8 knockdowns of per 15 minutes of all time. Okay, hold on. Let's look at who the rest of them are. A heavyweight, a middleweight, a heavyweight, a heavyweight, a heavyweight, a heavyweight, a 55er,
Yeah.
Adrian Yanez, a light heavyweight, and another heavyweight.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um, I wasn't looking for his stats earlier. I was just stumbled into that as I was looking him up. His work rate is really high. So is Rob Font's. Oh, he gets hit more than Rob Font though. That's a problem. 100% takedown defense. That's good. He's got 5 fights in the UFC, maybe more. Yeah. So the thing is, Rob Font's fought fucking everybody.
He has. I think Yanez is pretty well rounded from what I've seen. Um, I mean, he's stepping up in competition, which he should at this point. He's ready to try to top 10, upper echelon fighters. He's ready to make a run, um, and this is the first step. I think it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a fun scrap, but
Yeah, this is the best fight of the night.
I don't have a I don't know I don't have a lean here as far as like who wins it. I really don't. Yanez is a small favorite, but yeah, I don't mind that. But yeah, Rob Font again. If we're on the experienced veteran kick tonight, I mean these guys are all and they're all underdogs. All the veterans are underdogs against the younger, hungrier guys. So they say.
I'll take Yanez. I really don't know. I'm interested to see. Let's see where he's going.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good. All right, I'll take Rob Font. I'll take the dog. I'll keep the underdog train going, but no real, just for our picks, not a real betting lean. Co-main event. All right, I'm excited for this fight. I know Gilbert's minus 600. He opened. He's about minus 500. I know Gilbert's favorite to fucking smash him, and rightfully so because Masvidal just. I don't know what it is. I mean, he has good takedown defense at times, and he is a good wrestler. I just don't. He just doesn't. I don't know. It just always seems though that a grappling heavy approach always gets the better of him. But man, I don't know. He's home. I mean, he can't get more hometown than this. He's on a 3-fight skid. Super veterans. Fought for the belt twice. Fought everyone good. Geez. Man, I kind of feel like in a way Masvidal doesn't get enough respect for how well rounded his game is. Um, he's always a big underdog. Geez, I mean, the guy's fast. His hands are fast. He's got good combos. I I don't know, but yeah, I mean Gilbert's favored for good reason. Gilbert should be able to close the distance at some point. Gilbert should be able to take him down at some point. But I mean, Masvidal's hard. He's hard to submit. I don't think he loses by submission very often.
His one submission loss ever, it was back in 2009 to Toby Yamada. It was by a
That's it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does a really good job. His defensive wrestling is good. He struggles with getting out of positions fully. Like he can't escape the. Like he can stop the damage, but he can't get away from it. I don't know if Gilbert is that style of chain wrestler. I haven't seen him really do that, but Gilbert's more power, get you down, take time, and Gilbert striking has become very good too. So, does Jorge have a shot in this fight? Because the line says he has no shot.
Yeah, Jorge's got a shot.
He does?
Yeah. I think Jorge's going to win this fight.
You think he's gonna win the fight?
Yeah. I'm not like super confident, but
no, I mean we can't be. But that's for what his price is. Just thinking he has a shot to win the fight, like, and has more than one path to victory is a tremendous plus, in my opinion.
I don't think Gilbert's going to keep him on the ground. Like the only person that's ever kept him down was Damian Maia, and Damian Maia couldn't finish him. But
Usman controlled him for a good amount, and Covington was able to.
Okay, yeah, Covington held him down for a round. But if we look at,
he gets back to his feet though. Yeah.
So Kamaru took him down twice in the second fight, had a minute and 42 seconds of control time, landed 10 ground strikes in that time. But Masvidal landed almost as many. So how much did that ground time really do? Right now, he got both of those takedowns. Cool. Fought Usman the other time. 5 of 16 takedowns. 16 minutes of control time. Only landed 16 strikes in that time. He wasn't really doing anything here. A lot of control time as well is against the wall. Now, Colby took an entire round from Jorge, I think twice.
Yeah.
And look, Jorge wasn't doing anything this time. Jorge wasn't in position to hit Colby. So it's a different kind of, the way that Colby grapples is different than the way that Kamaru grapples. You can see it just in the numbers in these fights here. Like Colby got 33 ground strikes in. Kamaru got 10. Oh, it's anyways. Sorry, I'm getting into little stuff. Gilbert is not the depth of wrestler that Kamaru Usman is or Colby Covington is. I don't even think he's the depth of wrestler that Damian Maia is, and those are the people that have taken down Jorge Masvidal a bunch of times. Right, and then you go back to Benson Henderson. Nobody else really does it with any regular. This Ross Pearson thing is weird. So it just seems unlikely to me that that's a big issue. So now it's a striking battle, and Jorge Masvidal is definitely better than Gilbert Burns on the feet.
I don't think he doesn't have the power, but I think he's definitely he's got the. He's gonna be quicker, slicker. He's gonna hit. He would hit Gilbert, and Gilbert we've seen Gilbert can gas. He can gas, and
and Jorge doesn't gas.
No, he doesn't gas. So man, I mean
he's got 16 knockouts. He doesn't have the power. He finished Nate Diaz, finished Ben Askren, finished Darren Till.
Yeah, Darren Till was a legit. That was a legit knockout. He knocked out Darren Till cold.
finished Jake Ellenberger. Like, his last 6 victories are by finish. His last 5 victories are by finish. Finished Cesar Mutanchi.
Mm.
He loses decisions or he finishes people. Like, look. Decision loss, Damian Maia. Decision loss, Stephen Thompson. Decision loss, Kamaru Usman. Decision loss, Colby Covington. Knockout, Kamaru Usman. Doesn't get submitted. Doesn't tend to win decisions. I mean, he has because he's fought a billion people. But anyways, yeah, man, I actually think that Jorge's going to win this fight. I don't think it's going to be a dramatic victory. I wouldn't be shocked if Gilbert won.
No, I'm excited. Then I'm excited for this fight. I want to see this be a banger. I don't want to see him get crushed on the ground. I mean, I want to see him. I want to see him hang in there. I want to see him fight. Put up a good. I would like to. I'm ready for this. I want to see it now. I think Gilbert does win it. I don't know how. But he just has such a big edge of. I mean, if Damian Maia can't submit you, I mean, him and Gilbert are on the same level of jiu-jitsu, I would assume. But all right.
Similar. I mean, Gilbert has higher level accolades than Damian Maia in jiu-jitsu. But I would say that Damian Maia's jiu-jitsu is better crafted for MMA.
Yeah, probably right. Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
All right, your main event.
Running it back. Yeah, another one. I'm excited to see it. I don't know if I'm excited to see this again, or am I? I don't want to watch the same style fight as last time. I want something to be different, but I want to see takedowns again. I want to see like an MMA fight, which we kind of got to see last time. I don't know if we see that again. I do think we see more urgency out of Adesanya, being that he was clearly winning the fight last time. So I think we see him a little more urgent and trying to avoid that. I don't care what he says mentally in his head. He knows that when this guy comes forward for him, he could fucking knock him out. And he's got to stay away from the man. So I don't think he wants to be in that position again where Pereira is coming after him and wants to knock him out. So I think we see Adesanya just be more urgent. I don't know if he can stop Pereira though. I mean, he fucking hit him on the screws in the second round of the last fight.
The last one?
Huh?
Did he drop him in the last one?
No, he didn't drop him, but he stunned him and he was like on his feet, like wobbling. He couldn't do it. I mean, he hit him perfect with a hook. And he did it in the kickboxing fight too. Like he hit him like, I don't think he hit him any puro, and he didn't knock him down, but he had him on ice skates. If he can do that with more time, I mean, the timing stunk. It was the end of the round. If he can do that with more time in an MMA fight, yeah, he should be able to finish him. But it's hard to hit somebody with a clean shot like that. I don't. Jeez, I don't know. I kind of feel like Pereira's getting better. He's going to keep getting better. I don't know. Is this all we've seen out of Adesanya? Can he keep getting that? Can he get this fight to the ground? Does he try to employ that? I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think this fight goes as deep as last time. I think somebody gets finished. What do you think?
I think that this fight has to go to the ground if Adesanya is going to win. I think if Adesanya can take Pereira down, he should be able to steal a round from him. I don't think Pereira is going to be good enough at getting back to his feet in an efficient manner. So even if he does get up, it'll take longer than you would like. It'll take more energy than he would like. And I think that even if there's a minute left, Adesanya is likely to win that last minute of the round as well.
Yeah. I, I've never seen, like, in his UFC career, like, I never saw anyone. No one's been able to kind of bully Izzy though, like Pereira can. Like, when he gets close to him or gets him in the clinch, like he is in control. He's a huge guy, and you could tell Adesanya is a lot more uncomfortable, a lot more urgent, and no one's been able to do that except Alex.
Yeah. I, I expect Izzy to win, but like, man, I've never heard of somebody beating somebody else 3 times and then them even fighting a 4th time. Frankie Edgar is the only time I've ever heard of a 3-0 trilogy. Like,
Yeah, it's a
people
different.
want people say there's a rivalry between Cormier and John Jones. And in Cormier's words, there's no rivalry. He beat me twice. Like, where's the rivalry?
Right.
So, like, I don't.
They're familiar foes, is the way I would put it. Like they've met in the combat sports arena. This will be the 4th time, but Izzy's lost all 3 times.
Yeah. But I mean, like, Izzy was winning this one.
Oh, clearly, and he was winning the other kickboxing one, and he got knocked out. That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't. So I don't know what else. I don't know what else he would have to do. I mean, geez. I mean, this guy just kind of has his number, either by luck or whatever you want to call it. Like the guy's just fucking has
Problem.
he's kind of just he finds a way to beat you. I don't know. It's not like Izzy's beating himself. Pereira just, when he comes for him, he just knocks him out. Like Izzy's got to be kind of flawless, and that's really hard to do. So I don't know, and I know he doesn't have many MMA fights, Pereira, but it seems to me like he does get better every time. I think the way to beat him would be get him down. You're gonna have to get him down, beat him up, tire him out, and hopefully zap that. He doesn't have that power in the 4th, 5th round. But it seems like his power is otherworldly, right? I mean, I think his finish percentage overall is like over 85%. But in kickboxing, did they use 12-ounce gloves in their kickboxing or 10-ounce?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Probably
I'm not sure. Like now he's wearing 4-ounce gloves, so I mean, he's gonna have that power the whole time. I mean, he fucking Sean Strickland fucked around and found out. That's This guy hits hard, and you cannot stand and bang in front of him. You got to move. You got to be smart. I just think it's just such a small window. I think he wins again. I think that's it. I think Izzy's run is kind of going to come to an end, and Pereira finishes him. And let's see. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Izzy can do it. I think Izzy was able to take him down this last time. I think Izzy has a skill advantage, and I think he's a more intelligent fighter. I think those are 2 separate things. I think that one may have caused the other, but given those 2 things, I think he's going to be able to just steal times from Pereira, and then stay safe. He said he got injured in the last one. If that doesn't happen, then I think he does a better job of staying off the cage. And as long as he keeps his back off the cage, he should be all right.
Yeah.
So there you have it, everybody.
There it is.
For the week. No editing this week, unfortunately. John decided to take a vacation, and my wife is going to pop at any moment.
Yeah.
So things got pushed back to super late, 4 days later than they should have been pushed back. But we will get back to our schedule next week. If you've made it this far in the podcast, you know how much I love you. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Because why? Because this time and every time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good night.